Hey, and welcome to how to use Google Docs in class. And there'd be a variety of reasons why you might want to use Google Docs in class, but this is just to log in to Google Docs. So my login is a little bit different from your login. So my login is my work email address, and your login would be your network username at deerparkschools.org. So you need to put that in like it's an email address, but this isn't a working email address for you, but it does need to look like an email address. And then our passwords are going to be given out in class so that we don't need to say them on the public internet in order to log in. All right, so that's one way you can do it, just to log in that way. The other way to do it is to go to the Deer Park portal, which is apps.deerparkschools.org. And so if you log in from here, that's totally fine. But notice that down here it already says at deerparkschools.org. So you don't need to put that in. Okay. And as a matter of fact, if you were to put that in, that would generate an error message because it would say, what are you doing? We've already got the at deerparkschools.org. All right. But either way, we're going to log in. And so when we sign in, pardon me. When we sign in, we're going to see this kind of thing going on. And yours probably won't look like this because you're not using it like a crazy man. But this is how Google works, basically. And so if you want to create a new document, you would just go and create what you want. You can make a presentation or a document or a spreadsheet or a form or anything. And generally, there are two things that you need to do. No matter what you're using this thing for, these are the two things that you need to do. The first thing is you need to change the name of the file. And you want to put your last name in there somewhere. So like for me, it would be that. Right, and then you'll usually be told what to write for the file name, but just change it. Definitely want to change it, all right? And so click OK there. And then the other thing that you should do first, before you do anything else, is to share the document with me. So if you click the big blue button here, you can change the sharing options. And you want to share it with me. So you want to go down here and put in my email address, my work email address, which is right there. And then you want to make sure that I have editor access, or at the very least commenter access. But editor access is preferred because that way I can indicate that I've graded it on the file name. And then you just want to click the share and save button. I'm not going to do that because I am me. All right. But once you've done those two things, then you're pretty much good to go. But that's definitely like the first two things that you should always do. And of course, once you've done that, you never need to share it with me again, which is great. So you never need to change those sharing options. Once it's shared, the most recent version I'll always have access to. The other thing that you should notice is that you never need to save your work. Google's going to save everything. So see right here where it says all changes saved, and the minute I make a change, you can see what's happening, right? It says saving, and then all changes saved again, all right? And so then if I go down here, I can do other things too, right? I can put in images, like I can do all sorts of stuff. But then when I go to see revision history in the file menu, notice that I can actually get everything that my document looked like at each time, right? So it didn't look like that, and then it didn't look like that, and now it looks like this. And I can actually go back anytime I want. So nothing is ever lost either, which is really, really nice feature. All right, so that's kind of like using Google Docs 101. All right, cool.